Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon and enjoy the video. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor orphan boy named Ibrahim. He was barely 12 years old, but life had already tested him in countless ways. His parents had passed away when he was a child, and since then, he lived with his sick grandmother in a broken little hut at the edge of the village. Every day, Ibrahim went out to work. Sometimes he carried water for people, sometimes he helped farmers in the fields, and sometimes he cleaned the streets just to earn a few coins. Whatever he earned, he gave to his grandmother so they could buy food. They had very little, but Ibrahim's heart was full of kindness. The rainy night. One cold and stormy night, rain poured heavily on the muddy roads. The wind howled, and thunder roared across the sky. Ibrahim had just finished his small work in the market and was running home to keep his grandmother warm. As he walked, he noticed something unusual. In the corner of the road, near a large tree, a man lay unconscious. His clothes were expensive but soaked in rain, his face pale, and his hands trembling. He seemed to be a traveler who had collapsed from exhaustion or sickness. Most people walked past, afraid to get involved. Some even muttered, "He's probably drunk," and ignored him. But Ibrahim could not leave him there. His heart told him, if I were lying there, I would want someone to help me. Without thinking twice, Ibrahim rushed to the man. He tried to wake him up, but the man's eyes remained closed. So Ibrahim dragged him through the mud, step by step, all the way to his little hut. The sacrifice. Ibrahim's grandmother was shocked. "Who is this, Ibrahim?" Ibrahim replied softly, "I don't know, Dadi. But he needs help." They laid the stranger on their only bed, while Ibrahim and his grandmother slept on the floor. All night, Ibrahim cared for him. He brought warm water, kept the fire burning, and covered him with his own thin blanket even though he himself shivered in the cold. By morning, the man opened his eyes. He was weak but alive. Looking around the tiny hut, he whispered, Why did you save me? You don't even know me." Ibrahim simply smiled and said, "Because you needed help. One day, maybe someone will help me too." The man tried to offer money, but Ibrahim refused. "Please keep your money, sir. Just pray for my grandmother's health." The stranger, still weak, promised, "One day, child. I will never forget this kindness." Then he left quietly. Years of struggle. Time passed. Life did not become easier for Ibrahim. His grandmother passed away, leaving him completely alone in the world. To survive, he worked harder than ever, carrying loads, cleaning shops, and sleeping in the streets when he had nowhere to go. Years went by. Ibrahim grew into a young man, but his clothes were still torn, his stomach often empty, and his eyes full of silent pain. Many people laughed at him, calling him useless, but Ibrahim always remembered his grandmother's words, "Never stop being kind. Kindness always comes back." The twist of fate. One day, when Ibrahim was around 20 years old, he walked into the city to look for work. The city was huge, full of tall buildings and expensive cars. Ibrahim felt small and lost among the crowd. Hungry and tired, he sat near a shop when suddenly, a black car stopped in front of him. A well-dressed man stepped out. He looked powerful, wealthy, and respected. His eyes fell on Ibrahim and he froze. Slowly, the man walked closer and said, "Do you remember me?" Ibrahim stared at him, confused. The man smiled gently. "Many years ago, a poor boy carried me into his hut on a rainy night. That boy was you. And that night, you saved my life. Ibrahim's eyes widened in shock. The man continued, my name is Mr. Kareem. I am a businessman now, but I never forgot your face. I searched for you, prayed to meet you again. And today, God has brought us together. The reward. Mr. Kareem took Ibrahim with him. He gave him clean clothes, food, and a place to stay. But more than that, he gave him a chance. He offered Ibrahim work in his company, starting from the lowest level but with dignity and respect. Years later, with honesty and hard work, Ibrahim rose in the company. Soon, he became one of the most trusted men in Mr. Kareem's business. On the day of his wedding, with tears in his eyes, Ibrahim said, if I had left you on that rainy night, my life would have remained in darkness. But one act of kindness lit a light that changed everything. Mr. Kareem replied softly, no, Ibrahim. It was not me who changed your life. It was your pure heart. Kindness always returns, sometimes in ways we can never imagine. Glowing star moral of the story? No act of kindness is ever wasted. Even the smallest good deed can return to us in the most powerful way. Life may be hard, but kindness and patience always create miracles. Thanks for watching the video and enjoy mode in the video.